General MacArthur drops a atomic bomb.
Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Operation Backstop Turn 3 for the Communists. Starting off, going into purchases, Russia's buying 6 tanks, 1 jet, 1 infantry. China is buying 2 diplomacy dice, 2 jets, 2 mobile artillery, and they're going to do the China rule where you can merge 2 minor factories to change the one around Peking into a major factory. And then Sato is spending 6 IPC to counter the Chinese diplomacy for India. So let's go into the rules for diplomacy. China needs a 5 or a 6. And they fail. And so that now means India can just be flipped for just a standard 6 on the Allies' turn. Going into the Communist attack, up here, a combined Russian-Chinese group is going to try and retake Amur. The United States is going to scramble its 2 fighters, its fighter and jet, off of the carrier up there. Coming down, this Chinese tank is going to blitz through North Vietnam and take Thailand, so we can just do that. I had a marker. So that, oops, 1, 2. Okay. Next, Russia's going into Syria. And finally, its massive sub-pack, its massive wolf pack here is going to go up and finish off the NATO Navy up there. And unfortunately, the NATO Navy does not have any destroyers. So all the fighters, so all the planes here on Norway won't be able to scramble to defend them. Unfortunately. Okay, so let's go. Well, we're on this side of the board. I suppose we can do it. So it's going to be a damage carrier and a battleship facing off against, well, let's see here. Hold on. What's the defense? Okay, so the aircraft carrier is a defensive 2. So that means it has a defensive 1 since it's damaged, and the battleship has a defensive 4. And he's attacking with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 subs. So let's just do that quick. So he's got 4. He's got to get 2 or less. All right, that's the carrier so far, and the battleship is damaged. And then here's the last 4. And he got both. And aircraft carrier, whoops. Aircraft carrier, miss, battleship. Okay, we got 1 of his subs, but that ain't gonna do much for us. So 1 of his subs is gone. Both of my ships are gone. We'll just make a little graveyard right here. Okay, so then that is that turn. This can come off. Put that there. And we know that his wolf pack is up now in C-Zone 127. Coming down here, he's coming down into Syria with 2 tanks and a fighter, and Syria has 2 defenders. So let's see here, that's going to be 3 for 3. He got all 3 hits. Syria, 2 for 2. No hits. So the Russians conquer Syria with no loss to them. That fighter will land back there on the non-combat turn. Pull that off. Russia goes up, what was that? 1 IPC. Okay. And then did the blitz there. And then we now will go up. Oops, sorry. Here he did the blitz there. So now we'll go up to the fight in the north there. So he's got an infantry, artillery, tank, and 2 jets versus 2 infantry, artillery, 2 fighters, and a jet. Okay, so he's got 2 for 2. He got 1. 1 for 3. Oops. Hit. And 2 for 4. That's 4 hits. So that's all 3 ground units and a fighter. And now the Allies will shoot back. 3 for 2. Nothing. And 3 for 4. 2. And I guess we will retreat from that fight. So now he gets to roll. So my fighter makes it and my jet makes it. So these guys retreat, make it back to the fleet. Russia gets Amur back for 3. Those jets will have to go back somewhere soon. So over here to the board. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that is it for the attacks, and we'll move on. Since Airsoft Commando is not here today, he's sending me what his non-combats will be. And I'll make the non-combats, and we'll go from there to see what the map looks like after the communists turn 3, and then we'll get into the turn 3 for the Allies. All right, so rounding out the end of turn 3 for the Russians, they have begun they've continued to move their forces west to try and meet the NATO forces, to meet the Allied forces. The Russians deployed forces in Turkey, Stalingrad, and Leningrad. Over here, the Chinese are beginning to mass their forces for their assault on Malaya, and they deployed their forces along the coast here. And like I said, they took the miner in Shantung, merged it with the miner in Peking, and that has now become a major factory. It's the only time in the game where a miner can upgrade to a major. It's the China rule. So China's got that, and then they're holding up just north of Amur, waiting for the Allies to come in and strike again. So at the end of the turn, the Russians will gain 50 IPC. The Chinese will gain 41. And now, because they have collected their income, and it is the end of turn 3, the radiation effects on southern Manchuria are now gone, and that 2 IPC can now be added back to the Chinese economy. So just kind of going over the board one last time. This is the state of the game for the communists at the end of turn 3. They're looking pretty strong, but so are the Allies. You can even come over here and kind of look at the battle boards. So in this game, green chips are actually worth 10. So in Germany, he's got 11 infantry. There's a red on there. That's at least 10 artillery and about 6 or 7 tanks. And that's all in Austria. Looks to be about 9 infantry, a couple artillery, and 6 tanks. And then back in Slovakia, he's still got his massive air army there, just waiting to be unleashed. Well, basically waiting to be unleashed against the Allies, should they attack or should he decide to go. And he's got that lone atomic bomber just kind of sitting there waiting. Curious to see what he's going to use that for. coming up here. So, like I said, that is the end of Communist Turn 3. We'll be back soon with Allies Turn 3, and we'll see how that goes. So until next time, guys, bye.